What's up guys? In this video, we're going to talk about metal roof repair on a budget and how to do sections of your building at a time. So stick around and we'll show you how we do it. What's up guys? My name's Aaron from Exterior Pro. I'm here on one of our jobs that we just recently finished, and the unique thing about this job, one of the reasons why I wanted to make a video is because it's a big steel building. We did metal roof repair and we did a metal roof retrofit, so we recovered this metal with a membrane. But the thing about this building is it's probably 80,000 square feet and we only did about 14,000 of it. So the reason that is because that is where the biggest concentrations of leaks were on this building. And the year that we're having with 2020 with the virus and the economy and the elections, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and it just, people are not necessarily in the mood to bite off big dollar projects right now. So you've got to handle the leaks. You've got to do it in an uncertain market. And one of the ways that we're getting a lot of requests for, can we do partials? Can we do, and we can do partials. Now, ideally, you roof the whole thing. The economy's great. The elections aren't a problem. There's no coronavirus and everything's fine. And you roof your entire building. But that's not our reality now. So the reality is when it rains real hard and you've got leaks in a specific area, you've got to get those leaks fixed. So we've come up with some ways to do the metal roof retrofit over top of the areas that are leaking and do sections by section of your building. So this particular building, we took a section right out of the middle that is over top of the showroom, and these guys are going to have their showroom, some of their more important areas, the leaks are going to stop. Now, are they going to have leaks in other areas? Probably so. They're going to have to do something eventually, but today was just not a good time for them to do it. They're going to have to let the market just see what's going to happen in the future to roof other sections. But they had to get the leaks done, and that's kind of what we're going to show you. How do we stop this metal roof retrofit on the side of one of these ribs and just do a section of your building? That's what we're going to show you. All right, guys, so you can see in front of me, we've got just kind of a standard steel building, R panel, and we didn't do this section over here. And the section behind me, the 100 or so foot, a little bit beyond that, behind me, we roofed in with the membrane. And you can see how we stopped the membrane recover, the retrofit, we stopped it on the side of one of these ribs. And what I want to show you is how do we stop the membrane, the retrofit, into the section and still make a watertight transition between the retrofit and the R panel. And that's what I'm going to show you now. All right guys, so when we go to stop this membrane, we're going to do a special detail called an encapsulated turn bar. So basically, I've got a sheet, and that's going to act as my mock-up sheet for my deck here. We're going to come out. So we've got this sheet here, this piece. We're going to take another strip of membrane, and we're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to lay it underside of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a bead of sealant on the side of the rib of the metal. So we're going to run the bead of sealant. We're going to lay the sheet that's coming across the roof that we just put on. We're going to use a piece of termination bar. We're going to compress the sealant, shoot the termination bar off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pull this flap after this is shot down into the sealant, making a gasket. We're going to pull this down and pull this over, and then we're going to hot air weld this seam, which is going to encapsulate the seal that we just made. So all the screws are going to be encapsulated, and there's nowhere for that to leak on the side of that rib. And then we're going to add one more bead of sealant at the bottom of this, and that's how we're going to stop the retrofit at any given point up on your building onto the R panel. That's going to make a nice watertight seam between the retrofit and the metal. The good thing about this seam is, let's say things for your business pick up, the economy picks up, and you need to go ahead and roof another section, no problem. All we're gonna do is drop the flute fill into this pan. We're gonna leave all this in place. As you can see, this was all just gonna stay in place, and we can come, and as we do this section of roofing, when things get better, we can come over here and we can clean this membrane and hot air weld and attach the PVC membrane right onto this PVC membrane that we did. We can clean a section and weld right to it, so we can continue on out with the retrofit process in the future as your budget allows. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something. We'll see you on the next one.